What's going on, my intergalactic pals? And today I'm here to talk about some rules. Haven't really done a lot of on-camera stuff. I've been showing you guys a lot of gameplay, and I appreciate you guys watching. But I still want to do content like this. I did want to talk about some of the newer cards. I've been enjoying some of the newer cards, and I've been speculating personally on what I think is going to be playable in the next set. Not just the new cards, but some cards from our previous sets, from sets 1 through 4. 3, 4. Yeah. But with that being said, this is a rules video. So if you find this very interesting, helpful, please share, comment, subscribe if you're not subscribed. It does help me and I appreciate that. So let's get into it. One of the cards that I'm going to talk about, because it was talked about, and I think it's a really interesting card, because it is seen play in Yoda. It's the Starhawk. The Starhawk is a 9 for a 6/9 vehicle, space vehicle. Paying cost, you pay half as many resources rounded up. So, someone was asking, in what order do I apply the abilities? Let's say I'm playing You're My Only Hope and play it and have Endless Legion on top. Let's say you are Yoda with green base, so it costs 16 after aspect penalty. Half would be 8, then You're My Only Hope reduces it to 3, or would it apply the 16 reduced by 5 for 11, half to 5.5, rounded up to 6? How would that work? And someone clarified, Starhawk is worded when you pay resources, which is the definition, which is different from cost reduction. So in the playing card process, you apply the modifications first, then you pay the cost. So Starhawks halves whatever the final adjustment cost is. Getting into the more of the layers for the book, determining cost, which would be the rule 6.2.3. Determining cost. A card's cost is in the upper left-hand corner of the card and indicates how many resources must be exhausted in order to play it. Some abilities modify a card's cost or applies additional cost to a card before it can be played. And here are some abbreviated things. When calculating a card's modifying cost, at the start of the card, start with the card's printed cost, then apply any modifications that increase the cost of the card, including the aspect penalty, before any modifiers that decrease the card's cost, including abilities like exploit. A card cost cannot be modified below 0. If a card's cost would be modified below 0, treat the card as though it was 0 instead. If an ability and an effect apply an additional cost to play the card, also determine those costs at this time. If an ability causes a card to be played for free, that ability overrides all resource costs to play that card, including the aspect penalty. However, any additional non-resource cost applied to that card must still be paid. So again, while paying cost, you pay half as many resources rounded up. So you would you would play You're My Only Hope. With You're My Only Hope, it says, look at the top card of your deck. You may play it. It costs 5 less. If your base has 5 or less HP remaining, play that card instead. Play for free instead. Play for free ignores all resource costs, including the aspect penalty, but not other additional costs. The way it would work is you determine the full cost first, then when you go to pay it, you cut it in half, round it up. Another person used it as an example to kind of help. It says, if I have a Starhawk in play and play home 1, Alliance flagship paying 4, and have an Obi-Wan on the discard pile, how the order of cost would be then. I believe that the cost of Obi-Wan would be 6 minus 3 from the home 1 effect. Then I pay half the resources, rounded up to 2. Is this correct? And followed up with, yes, this is correct. Meaning you would look at the card. So you would look at Obi-Wan, he costs 6. Home 1 says, when played, play a heroic unit from your discard pile. It costs 3 less. So you would take the Obi-Wan, he would check. Home 1 would say, okay, you could play that, it's 3 less, so now it costs 3. Then you would half the resources, so half of 3 is 1.5. But Starhawk says, hey, gotta round it up. So it would go to 2, and then you would just pay the 2. Seems simple. So it's layered. You would determine the cost, subtract anything that would give it a subtraction, then you would do the Starhawk cost in those layers. So 1, 2, 3. Another card. If player A has a General Krill on board alongside other friendly units, do the units draw player A card when player B plays Super Laser Blast, or because they all die simultaneously, Krill isn't on the board to give the ability. As someone who played General Krill in the beginning, he gives that layer effect of the when defeated. So they all get, yes, with Super Laser Blast, they all get defeated simultaneously, but they all have his effect, which means they all go onto that. I call it chain, just because I played Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh, so everything has a chain effect. If something triggers something else as it goes a process. But anyways, so let's say you have him and then like 5 other units, and your opponent plays Super Laser Blast. Well, all those other units other than Krell will get that you may draw ability on the defeat, even though they all die at the same time, or get defeated at the same time. Can't say die. So someone was asking if the Luke pilot from Jump to Light Speed is an upgrade on a vehicle. That vehicle gets defeated, and the other player has the Boba Fett from Spark of the Rebellion, which is the disintegrator Boba. Would Boba's ability on the attack give him 3 damage to the defending unit? So the situation is, was Luke played as an upgrade this turn? Because if he was played as an upgrade this turn, no, because he just entered play this turn, and because he comes in as an upgrade, and then let's say the vehicle he's piloting gets defeated, and he comes into play exhausted, that's his first turn still. That's the first turn he's still there. So the 3 additional damage doesn't go in. Now, let's say you defeat the vehicle Luke is piloting, but Luke has been on the field piloting that vehicle for, let's say, 2 turns, and you defeat that vehicle. He comes in exhausted. You attack with that Boba Fett. That 3 damage does go in. So, is Luke a unit? We do the check. So, is Luke a unit? Yes. Is Luke exhausted? Yes. Did Luke not enter play this turn? Yes. Is Luke the defender? Yes. Okay. Boba does 3 damage. And we can kind of go further into this thanks to some rules. A card enters play when it moves from out of the play zone to an in play zone or 1 turn face up. So because Luke was already in play as a upgrade, and he's been there for a turn or 2, and then that vehicle gets destroyed and he comes in, he's not considered entering play anymore. He was already in play. So someone asked, overwhelming barrage versus Luke pilot. After a ship with Luke pilot is defeated by an ongoing overwhelming barrage, when does the unit appear on the ground area? If there are still unused damage, can the unit take damage as well? You have to fully resolve overwhelming barrage before you can choose. You have to choose where the damage is going with overwhelming barrage. All damage is dealt from overwhelming barrage at the exact same time. So Luke's in that limbo of the vehicle he was piloting is not defeated yet. So the excess damage from overwhelming barrage cannot target him. If someone says something different, hey, it's not true. Someone asked, I traitorous a ship with the Vader pilot on it. He plays Vader pilot on another unit of his. Is the Vader on the unit I took over with traitorous get defeated? My initial reaction was that it shouldn't do anything, but had someone say otherwise, so I was curious. So if you traitorous a vehicle with a unique pilot on it, and you control the traitorous unit, and your opponent plays, let's just say, we'll use Vader, the Vader pilot. So you traitorous the vehicle with Vader on it. Your opponent plays the new Vader, or the exact same Vader. The Vader that you have on your side, can be destroyed. Your opponent can choose. You control the unit. You don't control the upgrade. So that was some of the rules I kind of wanted to go over. But I do enjoy doing these. I do enjoy seeing some rulings, and I do love talking about them. If this is helpful to you guys, please like and subscribe. Hey, share. Hey, ask me questions. I'm happy to answer them. If I don't know the answer, I have no problem asking other people. As always, please be safe out there in that big galactic world of ours, and I'll see you around.